Hi guys, I'm here with a project today featuring some awesome Wild Orchid Crafts products, and I have most of the project here in front of you. There's actually one more piece that I'll show you in a minute, but these two kind of go together. And what I did was I just made some stuff to put on some shelves I have upstairs in a bedroom, and they've been kind of empty, and I've been wanting just to put a couple of things on there. And I'll show you first. This is just a picture frame. This was really the main thing I wanted to make, was a picture frame, and this is a picture of my dog Jilly and then my new puppy Rocky. He's gosh, he's probably almost 5 months now. So he's getting older, but he's definitely still a puppy. And it works out really well because Jilly has always been so playful. She's 6 years old, but she still acts like a puppy. I mean, she wants to play nonstop, and her breed is a work dog, so she always wants something to do, and it's perfect because she can boss him around all the time. So this is a picture of Jilly and Rocky, and I love this picture because it looks like they're holding hands. And anyway, so I started off with the frame, and it was just a white frame. It was painted white when I bought it, so I didn't have to paint it. And all around the edge, I layered a couple of the different seam bindings from Wild Orchid Crafts. I have the Walnut, and then I have this green color here, and I can't remember the name. I want to say it's the Seafoam Green, but I'll look at the packaging and I'll put the product codes below. And then along the outside edge I have their flatback pearl trim. So then here in the bottom corner I just have a really small cluster. I have one of the large curly wild roses. I love these. They're so pretty and so fun to work with. And then these really pretty flower embellishments. When I checked last week, because I went to place another order, they were out of these. I am not sure when they'll be getting more back in, but I checked because I wanted to order more myself, and they're out of stock right now. So I will check again before I post the video, and if they're back in stock, I'll make a little note, or if they're out of stock, I'll make a note as well. And then I have just some little teeny rosebuds here. And then this is the daffodil down here. Okay, and then up in this corner I have another one of the curly wild roses, and it's from the purple sampler pack. There's some really pretty lilac and purple colors in there, and I've been using them quite a bit lately. And then there's a large gardenia. I love these. And then another one of those flower embellishments with some daffodils and some teeny rosebuds. And then I just put a couple of bows down here in the different colors of seam binding that I used. And so that is my picture frame. Very simple to put together. It probably only took me really an hour to put together. It didn't take very long. So if you have picture frames around the house that you just want to jazz up, I mean, you can easily do them with minimal amount of product and minimal amount of time. And of course you could add stuff all around. You could add them just in one corner if you want. There's really just so many different ways you could add some color, and just, even if you just want something a little different. Maybe you have frames that have been in your house for a couple of years and you just want something a little different. I had originally bought this frame just to use as is, and it just wasn't going to do it for me, so I just wanted to kind of doll it up a little. And then I just made a bottle. This is really just a decorative bottle I had in my stash, and I had to clean my room the other day, like completely clean it and put everything in boxes so that it was showable for open houses, and found stuff that I didn't remember I had. So anyway, this bottle was one of them, and I had kept it because I wanted to decorate it, and I kind of had a different idea in mind of what I wanted to do, but I just wanted to make something fun and colorful, and I wanted to make it match this. And then I tied seam binding bows on the top to match the frame. You can still undo this. So I was thinking if I did have like flowers or something, I could put flowers in it and put it next to the picture frame on the same shelf. And then when I didn't have flowers, like a couple roses or something in here, if I didn't have fresh flowers or anything, then I could just put the top back on. So those I made to go together on a shelf, just an altered bottle and an altered picture frame. And then I also made this, and I don't know if it's going to go on the same shelf or I'm going to give it to a friend. I really haven't decided yet. I just had all my stuff out and was kind of playing and wanted to decorate something else. And this is just one of those kind of those vintage style mason jars in the blue color, and I got them a long time ago. This is another thing I found when I was kind of cleaning and organizing. And I just I wrapped a couple of rows of seam binding around, and I did 2 different bows here. You can't really tell, it just looks like a a big bunch of seam binding, which still turned out really pretty, but it's 2 different bows. And then I have some of their pearl trim wrapped around. And I have some of the seam binding and pearl trim at the top as well. And then in the middle I have one of the large gardenias, which are just beautiful and soft and so pretty to work with. And then I have a few of the cottage roses in the aqua mist and the dove gray, a couple of white open roses, a little lilac rosebud. And then this is one of those really, really pretty embellishments that I got a month or two ago. Really gorgeous. I love these embellishments. Really fun to use. I had used some on a layout I did, and I've been dying to use more of them. So pretty. I'm definitely going to be ordering a couple more packs of those on my next order. And then I just have some little rosebuds throughout. I always like to just stick their little rosebuds in wherever I have space. And then the top is just like a hodgepodge of their flowers. I have another large gardenia, a couple more of the large lilac wild rosebuds that are on my picture frame. Or I'm sorry, curly wild roses. And then I have some more of the cottage roses here. And then I have a couple of the dove gray cottage roses, but I ripped one of the layers off. If you're wanting to put two flowers next to each other and they're the same size, but you really want to, you know, offset one of them, you can rip a layer off. Very easy to do with their flowers, and it still looks beautiful. And then I have just a couple of rosebuds like tucked in between, and then I've left the stems curly, and I just curled them with a paintbrush. And then I just have a bow in the back. And this you can also open. I'm not going to open it right now because the seam binding was giving me a little trouble, and I got it like set just right, so I know if I open it I'm going to twirl it out of place again. But it can open, and I can put stuff in it. So I didn't really want to put all three of them together. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to give this one away or put it on a different shelf, but that is the other thing that I made. So those are the three things that I made for my DT project this week. I really hope that you guys like them. I just had so much fun playing with their flowers. I mean, you can turn ordinary items into really, really extraordinary looking pieces with just, you know, a handful of their flowers and seam binding and embellishments. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave links below. I will leave product codes below. Definitely go check them out. They've got new items for summer that are just to die for gorgeous. So go check them out. You will not be sorry. And I will see you back next week with another project. Thanks, guys.